Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I have new equipment for the channel. Check this out, the Weebill S. So let me show you guys a couple of things that I found that I like about this and a couple things that I don't like about it. So let's get right into it. Okay, so here is the box. Let's go ahead and open it. I'm excited. Anyways, here's the box. The box looks really, really nice. What are we waiting for? Let's go ahead and open it. Okay. So this is just a foam case just to literally hold everything in place. I wouldn't recommend using this as a carrying case. I would go to like Harbor Freight and pick up one of those plastic cases that they have and make your own case out of it. But anyways, nonetheless, here it is. Right off the bat on this gimbal, you will notice that the handle here, it's kind of like a plastic. It doesn't feel cheap at all. It feels very high quality. So it's nice. This on the top piece is metal, all that is metal, but it feels good in the hand. Like my hand, I have big hands and it fits perfectly. I love the grip, you know, the underslung mode where you hold it like this. It's pretty cool. I really, I do a lot of car stuff, so this will help get loaded, get some nice angles. It does back here have a little thread, so you can put like your mic or something, or I don't know, whatever you like, a light. You can put anything there. There is a trigger button here, and I'm gonna show you guys a trick. For the trigger button, whenever you press it, it's usually like the follow mode, which is the mode that I usually use, and it sucks having to hold the trigger, but there is a trick on here where you can change it so you click it once and then it's in follow mode and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about holding the button. And same goes for the go mode. So usually on this side there's this button here which puts you in the go mode, which turns really quick, and it'll be equivalent to like the sport mode on the DJI Ronin SC. So you can also change that so you just click it once instead of holding it. So holding the button compared to clicking it makes it way worse for operating the gimbal, because then you're focused on holding the button instead of actually what you're focusing on with the camera. So let me teach you guys that little trick, and then after that you'll pretty much be set to go with the camera. I probably shouldn't turn it on with the axis lock, but I really don't care. So what you want to do is hold the button where the 3 dots are at. That'll take you to the settings. So you want to go down to key, click the select button. Right there's the trigger button. Click that, and it's either hold or click. So you want to change it down to click, and that's it. And then you go back, and same with the FN button, which is like the sport mode. Click that, and then set that down to click also, and you'll be set, and that'll make the gimbal way better. So what that does is when you want to get into like the follow me mode where the gimbal goes the way that you're pointing it, you just click it instead of having to hold the trigger. So that's something that when I first started using the gimbal I really hated, because I didn't want to keep holding the button and I didn't know any other way to get into the mode until I searched it up. I went from the Zhiyun V2 to this, and this thing has a really cool mode where you click POV, and it, like if you go side to side like that, the camera is actually going to turn side to side. Let me show you an example. So you can see how the camera like turns. I don't know, it's really cool. I really like that. I feel like that will be beneficial for some really cool shots. And then I have the follow me mode, which is what I use most of the time for any shoots, really. I just really like it. So for the underslung mode, it actually works really well when I'm doing car shoots. With the Ronin SC, I did notice it wasn't strong enough to hold the wind back from when we were driving. Compared to this actually worked. We were going about 40 miles an hour. That's what I usually record my car stuff, going about 40 miles an hour. And this thing actually held up to the speed, the wind hitting it. If you're gonna do car stuff, I do recommend this gimbal. It just works well. Compared to the Ronin SC, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend for car stuff, like hanging out the window, holding the gimbal. I wouldn't recommend it. But the Weebill S, I really do. I really like it. And one of the reasons I went with the Weebill S compared to the Ronin SC, I did have the Ronin for about a month, but I ended up returning it and picking this thing up. They're about the same price. The Ronin SC with my Canon M50, I had it perfectly balanced. I balanced it multiple times just to make sure. I calibrated it, auto calibrated it, lowered down the strength from the motors. nothing worked. I don't know why. The camera would just start shaking out of nowhere, and I'll see if I have some footage. I'll throw it in here. It would just start shaking and it would not stop, and I would have to turn it off, turn it back on. But it was perfectly balanced, so I don't know why it would do that. And it did it while I was doing a music video, so it did ruin a couple shots. I didn't want to get a replacement. I just ended up going with this because this thing also handles the EOS R, which I hope I can upgrade to, or I don't know, just upgrade to a bigger camera, full frame. But for now, the M50, with this thing, it's a killer setup. I would recommend. You can find the M50s pretty cheap nowadays, like 600 bucks. And then with the Weebill S, it's like 400. For 1,000 bucks, you get a really good setup. And if you guys do pick up the M50, I 100% recommend getting the 22mm f2 lens. I use it pretty much for all my shoots and pictures, and it just gives like a nice depth, and it's pretty sharp. I like it. Here's a picture that I took with it of my friend's truck, Boosted Motorsports. Go subscribe to him. So the Weebill S, I switched it up right now, and it's $439. For this, the Ronin SE is at $379.99. Even though you are paying a little bit more, like $50 more or 60, I don't know. Just go with this. You're gonna have a way better time using this thing than you will the Ronin SE, in my opinion, from my experience too. And if you do decide to pick one of these up, I have it linked down below, so go ahead and check it out. So if you guys liked the video, be sure to give it a like and a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. I really like this compared to the Ronin SE, but I don't know, it's up to you. Whatever you decide to buy, you can't go wrong with either one. Peace.